This session is about the subject international business. The topic which will be discussed is introductory aspect to international business, and we shall discuss the meaning and definition, nature and scope of international business. International business, it's not a new concept. Ever since human civilization, industrialization and commercial transactions is happening, there is also a presence of cross-border movement of goods and people between two or more nations. When the businesses go global, that is across the national boundaries, it becomes international business. It involves all commercial transactions, private and governmental, between two or more countries. The term international business involves the exchange of goods, raw materials, services across the national boundaries of two or more regions or countries. Exchange of goods and services across the national boundary of a country is referred as international business. We are today living in a world where the obstacles to cross border movement of goods and persons have substantially come down. The national economies are increasingly becoming borderless and getting integrated into the world economy. The world has today come to be known as a global village. Business in the present day is no longer restricted to the boundaries of the domestic country. Due to increased cross border trade and investments, countries are no more isolated. No country, whether developed or developing, produces all commodities to meet its requirements. It needs to import items that are not produced domestically. At the same time, it tries to export all those products or goods which are produced over and above its domestic requirements. The tea we drink is prepared from the tea leaves grown in Sri Lanka. The perfume you use might have been produced in France. The electronic appliances we are using today is of Japanese technology. We get all these even without visiting or knowing the country of the company where they are produced. It's just because of the trade across the boundaries of nations. In the words of Peter F. Drucker and Michael, globalization, for better or worse, has changed the way the world does business. Though still in its early stages, it's all up but unstoppable. The challenge that individual and business face is learning how to live with it, manage, and take advantage of the benefit it offers. Therefore, in all situations, global competitiveness should be made a strategic goal. No institution, whether business, a university, or hospital, can hope to survive, let alone succeed, unless it matches up to the standards set by its leader in the field at any place of the world. Let's get to know the meaning of international business. Manufacturing and trade beyond the boundaries of one's own country is known as international business. It involves not only the international movements of goods and services, but also of capital, people, technology, and intellectual property like patents, right, trademarks, know-how, and copyrights. So it is doing business beyond boundaries of one's country is referred as international business. Let's discuss few popular definition of international business. The definition given by Roger Bennett. International business involves commercial activities that cross national boundaries or frontiers. Definition given by Michael R. International business consists of transactions that are devised and carried out across national borders to satisfy the objectives of the individuals, companies, and organizations. These transactions take on various forms which are often interrelated. Hence, it consists of the transactions beyond the boundaries of any nation. So we have discussed two popular definitions of international business. Hence, based on the definition, let us classify them into three types. International business takes form of export, import, or entrepot trade. Export. It is selling of goods and services to foreign countries. Import. It's just the opposite. It is buying goods and services from other countries. So these are the traditional route in which international business used to take place either through export or import. The third type is entrepot trade. It is import of goods and services for re-export to other countries. So we assemble and do re-export to other countries. Then it is referred as entrepot trade. So the outcome of the definition has made us to understand the three types of or forms of international trade, which is export, import, and entrepot. Now let's understand the nature of international business. As the very name says, it is beyond the boundaries or beyond the borders. So it includes export and import of goods. It includes both export and import of even services or intellectual property rights. And the next form is licensing and franchising. Let's discuss each in detail now. Foreign investments including both direct investment and portfolio investment. International trade refers to only export and import of merchandise or goods. It is also called as visible trade, where the goods are tangible, such as machines, gold, silver, electronic goods, which are tangible in nature. Next, international trade involves export and import of goods, export and import of services. It is also called as invisible. We cannot see the services. Items which comes under invisible trade includes tourism, transportation, communication, banking, insurance services, warehousing services, or advertising and media support services. All these services are intangible in nature, but they create value. So import and export happens both with physical commodities and invisible services, which we have taken the examples right from telecommunication services to media, advertising, and content creation and services in various sectors. Licensing and franchising. Licensing is a contractual agreement in which one firm, that is the licensor, grants access to its patents, copyrights, trademarks, or technology to another firm in a foreign country. The licensee for a fee called royalty. So it is an agreement between two parties. The two parties are licensor and licensee. So in return, you have to pay a fee called as royalty. It is under the licensing system that Pepsi and Coca-Cola are produced and sold all over the world. Foreign direct investment. It involves investment of funds abroad in exchange for financial return. Foreign investments can be of two types of nature. The first is FDI. FDI stands for Foreign Direct Investment. Investment in properties such as plant and machinery in foreign countries with a view to undertaking production and marketing of goods and services in those countries. The next form is portfolio investment. Investments in shares or debentures of foreign companies with a view to earn income by way of dividends or interest. Hence, in this session, we have discussed about the introductory aspect of international business. Therefore, this transformation is the result of opening of national political boundaries for the purpose of business expansion. Thus, international business can be summarized as the process of concentrating on limited resources of the world and objectives of the business houses on global business opportunities and threats. So, the term international business is the outcome of globalization and liberalization. The period before 1980s witnessed the individual economies with limited interaction among them. The interaction was limited to the extent of export and import of goods and services. But when came the concept of globalization and liberalization, global economy changed from the mere export and import of goods to investment across the boundaries of a nation. Capital deployment, global deposit receipts, that is GDR, technology transfer, cultural transformation, free movement of labor and capital, intellectual property right, e business, expansion of marketing operations, generation of foreign direct investments, and so on. This transformation is the result of opening of the national political boundaries for the purpose of business expansion. Hence, the business across the borders of the countries had been carried out since several decades. So, we have discussed the meaning, introduction, and the nature and scope of international business in this introductory session.